How's it going, everybody? This is Jade Castro with the Black Wlvz Podcast, and I'm here with Robert Castro, Grand Master Robert Castro, actually my father. I wanted to bring him on the show so we can kind of talk about some experiences that you've dealt with, which within your career, within the martial arts industry, and just growing up in general. How you doing today?
A little bit wore off from the traffic, but it's okay. Beautiful day, but sun shining, can't complain.
Yeah, nice.
Glad I made it.
Yeah, indeed. We're glad to have you. So I want to kind of give you our tagline here. We're all about finding the others, and speaking greatness into the universe through the human experience. So I wanted to ask you some basic questions. Where you from? Where'd you grow up?
I was I was born in the Philippines in Makati, but came here when I was 2 years old. So basically, I'm an all-American Joe boy. I'm 74 years old, so I figure 72 years gives me the ability to say, yeah, I'm American.
Nice. Um, Talk about your martial arts background.
Well, it really started at a young age when my brother started teaching me at the age of 12. He was with Yamaguchi. They called him Yamaguchi, Catman Yamaguchi, because he moved like a cat. Very powerful man. But then I studied for a good 2, 3 years with my brother. And then after that, I thought I already understood it and moved on. And I didn't go back to the martial arts till I left Los Angeles after my music career. And then I went back into martial arts, which stabilized my life a lot more than Hollywood did.
Okay. And who did you train with back in the days?
Martial arts, Angel Cabales, Wally, quite a few actually. Grandmaster Ernesto Presses, Leo Fong, uh, God. Most of all is Angel Cabales, Grandmaster Ernesto Presses. And the rest is, those two are like legends in the world of FNA.
Nice. Well, you have your own brand, Eskabo Daan. What does Eskabo Daan stand for?
It's an acronym. It's ESKABO. E is for Eskrima, Esperada, Serrata. K is for Kali, A is for Aikido, B is for boxing, O is for Jeet Kune Do. So it's a conglomerate of martial arts, but they're basically all mixed into the FNA, which is Filipino martial arts.
Nice. And where did FMA originate from?
Well, actually, it's from the Philippines, but it was used. You have to understand the Spanish were in the Philippines for over 480 some years. So you're talking 10 generations. So the Filipino art is a conglomerate of all the countries that basically been in the Philippines or tried to conquer at one point. So, but stick fighting is anonymous to the Filipino art. And the reason why it sticks is because the Spanish eliminated all the weapons. When they first came in, you couldn't use any weapons, no swords, and no knives, and that type of weapon. So the Filipinos started using sticks, basically, and that became part of the art because they couldn't use the swords or the knives, and they ended up using farm tools also, which was later on used for combat. Your Filipino weapons for cutting rice, uh, kicking mangoes, cutting coconuts. They were all eventually used in combat scenarios in protecting the Philippines during World War II.
Mm, nice. Um, what are some misconceptions that you hear about FMA?
No misconceptions. It's just a very dangerous art. It's combat art. In the Philippines, they used to fight this art just to show who the best was. So each town had their own champion, and these champions would fight each town, and eventually it became into a death match. So back then in the early 30s and 40s, Filipino martial arts was used for combat to show which town had the best fighter, and it came death matches. And Angel Cabales was the deathmatch champion. He survived 9 death matches, and that's the system called Sorata. And then I studied with Grand Master Presses. His system is called Kumbatan. I also studied quite a few other arts, but transposed these 2 arts into everything, plus the karate. And then the JKD, which is Bruce Lee's system that he created. And I put that in the system in boxing from Grandmaster Cubby Jones, whose father was the chief instructor for the Army for military boxing, Olympic boxing. His dad was the Olympic trainer for the Army. And we trained under Cubby Jones, who was an excellent boxer, who passed away, by the way. Yeah, rest in peace to Cubby. Rocky and Deborah, too. Yeah, it's a whole family. Do you see martial arts as an art form, sport, or philosophy, or all three? Well, in the beginning, it's martial. And martial means the physical aspect of not weaponry, but just the physical contact, martial. Art doesn't happen until many, many years because the art is the aspect of grace, beauty, timing, precision. And most of the students don't get that after several years and years, especially if you're using weapons. And weapons are very eclectic because each weapon has its own feeling, its own use. No weapon is the same. You use a stick, you can't use the stick the same way you use a sword, even though you try to, but it's different. It's like you can't use a knife is different than using a stick or a sword. So application differs from the weapon that you use, which is really cool because you have to learn many things to separate one weapon from the other. And it's very as you get into the art, it becomes very spiritual because if you learn how to kill somebody, you better learn how to control your temper because everybody around you is going to die. Yeah. Yeah. I did, especially the Filipino art. The Filipino art is the highest art form out there right now. It's compared to one of the most dangerous arts because every art is studying it from Aikido, Judo, Gracie Brothers, you name it. Everybody's studying the Filipino art because it's too dangerous. It's a weaponized system.
Hmm. What is the most valuable life lesson martial arts has ever taught you?
How to be kind.
Yeah, I get it.
You have to be kind. If not, you're going to destroy people. And when they get angry with you, you can't lose your temper, especially if you have a knife in your hands. I tell my students, never use a weapon. If you pull it out, you better use it. Don't take it out of anger. Don't take it out of frustration. If you take a weapon out, you have to use it. It's like a gun.
Yeah.
If you pull a gun, you better use it.
Yeah.
If not, don't pull it.
Yeah, well, because they're going to come back. It's not.
Well, karma's deep, so you have to understand that you teach the art of not fighting instead of the art of fighting.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you stay focused on your goals despite external distractions?
I pray a lot. Okay, and through prayer, I find strength. I find compassion. I find kindness. I find the reality of the blessings that I have. I don't worry about what I want. I don't worry about what I could have. I worry about nothing anymore except blessings that I do have. I don't go for things that I wish I had another car. No, 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 no. Be happy with what you have. And if you can't be happy with what you have, you're never going to be happy with external material things because it's not about the external, it's about the internal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can't take anything with you when you die.
Yep.
Um, do you have any specific routines that help you stay grounded physically?
Yes. I'm constant. In life, you have to, if you have goals or you have dreams, you have to be consistent. You just can't have a dream and think it's going to materialize. You have to act on that dream. When you act on your dream, you have to be consistent about your dream. You have to focus on doing it every day. Even if you hate it, you don't like it, you still have to do it. And you might not learn anything, but some days you learn a lot, some days you don't. It's just exercise. So inspiration, it doesn't come all the time. People go, "Oh, yeah, you're inspired." But no, inspiration only comes once in a while. Perspiration all the time. Inspiration, no. I remember you saying a lot of times, inspiration is 99.9% perspiration. Yeah, so I understand. Also, you have to be consistent with what you want to do, and you have to do it every day. And even if you don't like it, you still have to do it.
Yeah, and going to goals, do you have any goals that you're trying to accomplish right now? And what are you doing towards those goals?
Uh, my goal is to focus on me. And if I focus on me and I get everything that I want to create from me, then people will come to me because it's a magnet concept. Those that find themselves strong within themselves, secure within themselves, not questioning themselves, especially if their teachers will attract people of the same. Yeah. You might not attract volumes, but you will attract quantity and quality, which, you don't really want a lot. You just want enough to supplement what you're trying to teach because not everybody's going to love what you do. I don't care who you are. So, and out of 10 people, you might get two. But, two is better than what?
None?
None.
Yeah.
So if you focus on yourself, you don't need 100 people. Why? Because you're focusing on yourself and you're getting better. The better you get, the more you attract. You attract other entities in your life. Instead of going external, you go internal and people come to you.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. What role does martial arts play in your spiritual and mental health?
Again, it's consistent. You have to understand that life is based on energy, and the energy you put out has to come back. And if you put that energy to the higher energies, then it'll be a cycle of energy instead of a blocking energy. You create a cycle through your prayers, through your chanting, through your martial arts, through your everyday daily use of life, and not asking or desiring what you cannot have. You have to be happy with what you have before you could be happy with everything else. It doesn't work that way. If you're not happy with yourself, then you can't be happy with somebody else. You can't be happy with anybody. You have to be happy within yourself. And through martial arts, that's what it creates. And this martial arts is not the only way to do it. You could play music. You could be an artist. You could play football, basketball. These are all external, eventually will become internal if you wanted to. But most players don't focus that way. They just become external, no internal. Martial arts teaches you to become internal. You're forced to be internal uh, if you stay with it long enough. Those that don't just become machos, they just want to beat up people. I've had people go, you've been studying martial arts, man. Why don't you go out there and use it on somebody, see if it works? The object of martial arts is not to see if it works. You have to object is to see if it works on somebody that knows martial arts. Then you know how true you are. You don't just go out there to beat on somebody and say, "Oh yeah, it works." No, go for beat on somebody that knows the martial arts. Then you'll see how good you are.
Yeah, I get it. Can you share a story where you turned a failure into a stepping stone for success?
Yes. Again, I'm learning how to be with people and how not to be with people. I'm learning as I got older that some people in your lives are like leaves. They're seasonal. They only last for a season. So you can't rely on them, but you could teach them and they'll stay with you for a season. Like leaves, they fall. And then you have people like branches. And these branches, you have to test them as you go in life. You have to test these branches to see how strong they are or if they break. And then you know if they break, they're not supposed to be with you. That's the way it is. You test the branches to see how strong they are in your relationships with people in martial arts. And if they break, nothing wrong with that. They're like the leaves. Yeah, they have to go. But then you have to cherish the root, the roots. The roots are the ones that support you. They're the ones that will always be there for you. They will not question you on your spiritual journey. In fact, when you're down, they'll bring you up. When you're happy, they'll be happy with you. That's the beautiful thing about the root people in your life. They'll always be there. Leaves come and go. Branches are tested. If they're strong, they stay. If they break, they're weak. But that's on them, not on you. That's deep. I like that. I really like that. What inspired you to begin your martial arts journey, and what kept you committed over the years? Well, I was a rock and roll star, and I played with Sammy Hagar, Ronnie Montrose, Santana, you name it. I've been on the road with the Supremes, Bill Withers, O.C. Smith. I've been on the Sonny and Cher show. I've done the Apollo Theater. I've traveled all over the United States doing drugs, smoking pot, taking acid, doing everything. And I was living in Los Angeles with Wally Amos. You know Wally Amos? Famous Amos chocolate chip cookies. He was my manager. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, my brother. Uh, Living with him in LA and learning the life of LA, I was going to die if I stayed there. That bad. Oh, bad. Hollywood does not give a shit about you. All those stars out there, they don't give a shit about. They don't even give a shit about themselves, let alone you. So I had to leave because my ego was telling me that I was high one time. I was so high in the martial art world. I mean, in the music world, I was playing at the Whiskey, the Troubadour, the Bill Withers. I was playing at all these superstars, and once my fame and fortune was going down, everybody started leaving, just like a boat. Ah, let's jump. Let's jump the boat now. Rob's not getting all the attention he used to get. He's not doing all these things like he used to get. And that's frustrated me because my ego is telling me, hey man, you want to be a star, you have to suck your fucking sell all the shit, take all the shit from people. I said, man, no. I got to get out of here before I die. I'm doing drugs down there like it was taking f- sugar every day, but drugs, you know. Yeah. And so what made me come to martial arts was leaving LA, going back to where I came from, which is the Filipino martial arts. And that's what straightened my ass out. Yeah, I get it. Um, what are you doing right now? I know you were recently abroad. Yeah, I just came back from Poland. I have students in many countries. I have students in Ukraine. I have students in Denmark. I have students in Spain. I have students in Italy. I have students in London. I have students in Austria. I have students almost, I'm pretty universal now. I'm trying, that's my goal, is to spread my art. But you have to understand, in 100 years, nobody's going to remember jack shit about anybody. So if you're having problems now, just focus on yourself. Do what you have to do. And don't worry what people say or tell you. Focus on yourself because one day they will not remember anything about you. Yeah. 100 years from now, 2 generations. So all those people talking shit about you, they're all dead. So don't worry about them now. Just focus on yourself. Don't, spend your money wisely. Be kind to your family because that's the only thing you really have. And don't depend on other people because people don't care. So you have to care. You have to care about yourself. Yeah, I get it. Can you share a story or time where martial arts principles helped you navigate a real world conflict or situation? Yeah. One of my students, and I'm not going to name names, but I've had so many tragedies in my life. I've been blacklisted. I've been called so many names on the internet due to the fact that I did not comply to a lot of people's wishes or what they want. And you have to, who said that? Was it Emerson? He said, make your own way. Let people follow you. Don't follow people. Try to make your own way because when you follow people, it's okay, but it's best to make your own road, your own path, and let people follow you instead of you following people, which will in time show you that you're in the right direction. Because following people sometimes is not the correct way because you don't know these people that you're following, and that's what happened to me. I followed the wrong people, and they messed me up. So try to find the truth within the people that you're surrounded with, because people come and go, and if they want to go, don't stop them. Let them go. Yeah. Do not stop anybody in your life that doesn't want to be with you, and don't call anybody that doesn't call you. The ones that call you, the ones that come to you, always call them back because they're the ones that care about you. The ones that don't call you, they call you once a year. Oh, forget them. Don't call them anymore. Don't waste your time. Yeah.
I know you talked about a couple professors that you had trained with in the past, like Covey Jones, Angel Cabales. Is there any ones that come to mind that have left a really major impact on your life?
They all have. They all have made an impact in my life.
Any one more than the other?
Well, the impact is not what they did, is what they taught me so I can transform it. So you're getting knowledge, but knowledge has to always change also to fit the circumstances that you're in. So it's like a puzzle. This is piece from Angel, this piece of Grand Master Process, this is piece from Rocky, this piece, and I put them all together, and what do I have? A nice, beautiful puzzle that was created. Yeah. And through that puzzle, you find more pieces, and these are pieces in your life, and you just add them there. So that's the beauty of life. You just add pieces like a chapter in the book. This chapter is about Angel. This chapter is about Black Master Process. This is about Covey. But it's what? It's in the same book. It's one book.
Yeah.
So all you're doing is just aligning these people in your life. They all make sense. They all helped you. You can't say one is better than the other. You just put them all in your little book or in your puzzle, and you look at it and you go, okay, it manifested into this. And everything will manifest in time. And you just have to be patient. And that's another story. Patience is very hard. And instant gratification is always what we want.
They say patience is a virtue, right?
Yes, it is if you know that, But if you keep pushing, then it's not a virtue.
Yeah.
I think silence is a virtue.
I agree with that too. What legacy are you working to build and how does it reflect your growth?
Well, like I said, I'm teaching around the world, all over the place. I was in Europe twice this year. But again, in 100 years, nobody's going to remember what I did. So what I'm doing now is instant gratification for me. In other words, I'm trying to have fun.
I get it.
I want to have fun before I get buried. Yeah. And my point is I'm going to push my heart to whoever wants it. And if they want it, more power to them and more power to me. But my main goal in my legacy, like I said, in 100 years, nobody's gonna fucking remember who I am or what Eskabo is. They're not gonna remember what happened today. So I focus on just having fun and teaching my art to everybody that comes in my way. And there's only a few people that come my way, but that's all I need.
Yeah, I get it. Um, from our conversation today, is there anything that you want our listeners to remember you by?
Have fun. Have fun. No matter what you do, be kind, be generous, and believe in yourself. And don't let no one else tell you otherwise. If you do, you're a fool. And never let anybody knock you. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for the people you believe in. People will come in your life. They will stay there like leaves and then disappear. The leaves might be there for a year, but they'll disappear. Then you have branches that stay for years, years, 10, 15 years, and all of a sudden they'll break. You go, why did they break? It doesn't matter. Let them break. And those are the ones that have to go, and you have to say, okay, they broke, it's time to go. And the ones that stay are your roots. They're the ones you should focus your life on. Don't focus on leaves. Don't focus on branches. Focus on your community, your family, and that's all you need.
And if anybody wants to get a hold of you, how could they contact you? Do you have an Instagram?
I have Instagram under Robert Castro, Eskabo Daan. I have Facebook, GM Robert Castro. Look it up. I got 170 videos. Look up Eskabo Daan. I would have, if I had my other original website, it was very nice. But due to circumstances, one of my branches broke, so he broke my website. So now I'm starting from the root again, which is fine because you have to understand. You also have to get out of your box, comfort zone. Get out of that sitting on your TV ass all the time. Go out there and do things that are totally different. Get out there and don't listen to what people tell you. Go out there and do it. If you do, you'll find that it just opens up so many things to you. It's just embrace it. Embrace the pain, embrace the heart, embrace the break, embrace everything, because that's life. Because when you're dead, you ain't gonna embrace jack shit.
Except death. Nat, you have some Teresa. You better embrace it. Well, that being said, thank you for being on the show today. We really appreciate you coming on and giving us some of your knowledge. Again, it's Grand Master Robert Castro with Eskabo Daan, and this is the Black Wlvz Podcast. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye.